Yes, indeed, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jay Jordan, and in this video, we're going to do the post-game recap for Saturday's Liberty win against the Las Vegas Aces. Final score: Liberty 90, Aces 82. Liberty win 8 straight games. The Aces go on to lose 5 of their last 7 games. The game was led by Jonquel Jones, career high 34 points. Sabrina and Stewie assisted with both of them getting double-doubles. Sabrina with 15 points, 10 assists, and Stewie with 14 points and 12 rebounds. This loss for the Aces equals their total losses from last season. So last season they went 34-6. This season they're 6-6. So they've already matched that total. Liberty win their 8th straight game, which I'm happy to say. Liberty looked really good, and we'll touch on what happened during the game coming up. So as always, we'll touch on the game, the box score, my thoughts, and then we'll end the video there. So if you like this type of content and you want me to continue creating it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and hit that noti bell so you get notified whenever I post. We just crossed 500 subscribers as of last week, so salute to the community. Salute to everybody who supports and watches these videos. Continue to do so as we continue throughout this W season and beyond. Salute. So before the game, we'll preface with everything that took place prior to the actual tip-off. Liberty hadn't played since the prior Sunday when they beat the Washington Mystics at home. They went 5-0 in Commissioner's Cup. They clinched their spot in the Commissioner's Cup final. Now we know that's against the Minnesota Lynx on June 25th. So the Liberty had the whole week off to rest, practice, and get ready for this game against the Aces. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Aces were going through their own turmoil. They had just lost 3 straight games. They were going through a lot. Chelsea Gray still not back. The team didn't look up to par, didn't look connected. They ended up getting a big win against the Phoenix Mercury on the last day of the Commissioner's Cup group play on June 13th, behind career high from Jackie Young with 34 points. So Liberty took their trip over to Las Vegas. They started with the starting lineup of Sabrina Ionescu, Benigel Hamilton, Kayla Thornton, Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones. Vandersloot still out for personal reasons. It's speculated it has to do with the health of her mother who's been sick. It has not been confirmed, but all the best and prayers to Courtney Vandersloot. Niara Sabally still out for the Liberty after she sustained that back injury about a week or 2 ago. So hopefully we can get Niara back soon and Vandersloot. For the Aces, still without Chelsea Gray, so they went with Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Alicia Clark, Asia Wilson, and Kia Stokes. Chelsea Gray was actually active for this game. She's been active the past 2 games, but has not seen any minutes. So she's just active as in technicalities, not as in actually going to play. So for the first quarter, it went as good as you would have expected or you would have hoped for the Liberty. Liberty went 7 for 8 from 3-point range. Everybody was hitting threes. I mean, Stewie's still struggling from 3, but everybody else was hitting threes. JJ started off perfect. Hit 3 for 3 from 3. Had 11 points in the first quarter. Very engaged early. They were getting her touches inside, outside, and she was doing her thing. We had 7 assists on 10 made baskets in that quarter. So Sabrina, being the lead guard, was moving the ball around, getting it to everybody. The bad in that quarter was the 5 turnovers. Benigel Hamilton had 3 of them. She's still getting used to being that secondary ball handler with Vandersloot being out. So when her and Sabrina are on the floor, when Sabrina's not handling it, Benigel's bringing it up the court. And she's still trying to get used to having that new role, which led with the turnovers. Second quarter, the Liberty were up at the end of the first, 28-20. So the second quarter, the Liberty have their issues in the second quarter as of late. this season, I should say. The good was they only had 2 turnovers in the quarter. The bad is that they let Las Vegas dictate their shots. They were shooting a lot of threes. They went cold from 3, shooting 1 for 7 after that 7 for 8 in the first quarter. They gave up 14 points in the quarter to Kelsey Plum, and they didn't force any turnovers really for the Vegas Aces. Vegas outscored them 23-17 in that quarter, which brought the lead to 45-43 in favor of the New York Liberty at halftime. I think that's as far as I got watching the game live. I had to come back and watch the second half a little later on in the day. But the third quarter for the Liberty, it started off slow. The Aces went on a 10-2 run to start the third quarter to push their lead to 6, which was their biggest lead of the night. But after that, the Liberty go on a 14-0 run to take the lead for good. In the whole quarter, they went on a 20-7 run, to finish the quarter with a 67-60 lead. Jonquel Jones going to the basket, getting fouled. Sabrina finding her, getting contributions from all over the team en route to that large spell. Aces could not score for like a 5-minute stretch after that 10-2 run, but they did get it within 2 later on in the quarter, but that's as big, that's as close as they got the rest of the way. Fourth quarter, turnover-free basketball, probably the smoothest I've seen the Liberty in the fourth quarter. Didn't have a single turnover. Passes were finding the correct person. They were hitting timely shots. They starting to go with this closing lineup with Leone Fevich in the lineup instead of Kayla Thornton. So, and because Leo gives long rangy defense and can probably consistently hit more threes than Kayla Thornton at this point in time, which really made the difference in the fourth quarter as the Liberty ran away with it. They outscored them by only 23-22 in that quarter, but that difference in the third quarter, when they outscored them 22-17, really paid dividends and dictated how the game ended. So, Liberty go on to win 8 straight games. The Aces back in the loss column, 6-6, 500 record for the Aces. All right, so we're going to take a look at the box score here. Taking a look at the box score, Liberty 90, Aces 82. We'll take a look at the Liberty to start. Sabrina Ionescu, 34 minutes, 15 points, 12 assists. Her percentages from the field, 5 for 14 isn't the best. 2 for 6 isn't that solid either. But she had a steal and only 1 turnover. 1 foul plus 17 in her minutes. 1 turnover is huge for Sabrina Ionescu. Benijah Laney Hamilton played 35 minutes, had 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 for 9 from the field. She did have 3 steals. Those 3 turnovers she had in the first quarter were probably the only turnover she had for the game, which is a positive, plus 15 in her minutes. Kayla Thornton got the start, 17 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 for 3 from the field. Didn't really do too much in this game, was a -6 in her minutes, which is why she probably had to sit. Brianna Stewart, still struggling from 3, but she played 37 minutes, had 14 points and 12 rebounds, 7 for 15, pretty efficient. The 3s still need work. 2 steals, a nice block on Kia Stokes, 2 turnovers and 2 personal fouls, a plus 13. And then Jonquel, the player of the game, career high 34 points in 33 minutes, 8 rebounds, 2 fouls only, a plus 9 in her minutes. The bench, Leone Fevich. Leo ended up with 8 points, 2 rebounds, played some solid minutes there in the second half for the Liberty. Kennedy Burke didn't score. She only got 8 minutes, had 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Ivana Dojkic came in, gave 4 points, a rebound, and an assist. And Marquisha just got the last minute of the game. Didn't get any numbers on the board. Didn't get any numbers on the board. Let's take a look at the Las Vegas Aces. Jackie Young, 31 minutes, only 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists for her, 4 of 12 shooting. So the game after her career high, she comes back to earth and some. She did have 3 turnovers and 5 fouls. The fouls probably got her out of rhythm. Alicia Clark, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Kelsey Plum led the way with 22, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Asia Wilson, the Liberty break her streak of 25-point-plus games, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. She did have 4 fouls. A lot of complaining about fouls in the game from the Aces. They felt like they weren't getting a fair whistle. Kia Stokes, of course, no points, but she did have 12 rebounds. Tip Hayes, only 3 points. Colson came in, gave them 5 off the bench. Kate Martin, 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting from 3. Emma Cannon, 2 points. As of the recording of this video, Emma Cannon has been waived by the Aces. And they've signed, which is funny, they signed the New York Liberty draftee, Jessica Carter. Jessica Carter was the 11th pick. The second round, sorry, not 11th pick, 13th pick in the draft by the Liberty. And Meg Gustafson only got a minute, didn't really contribute there. So my thoughts on this game. Liberty, this lineup is really starting to do wonders. I like Sabrina at the point. She's starting to get more comfortable there. Before the super team was formed, Sabrina was running the point guard position. That's when she was getting all these triple doubles and whatnot, when it was just her and Benijah. So I like Sabrina at the point. It builds us for the future as well, getting her back used to this position as Vandersloot has been out. I hope the Liberty stay with this lineup. It's one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's working really well. Sloot can come in off the bench and really get the bench settled in without having to play point guard with Sabrina on the floor. As you can see, Sabrina with multiple assists against the Aces team. Sometimes they do get a little bit 3 happy. I don't know if that's a complaint, but sometimes if the shot is falling in the previous quarter, you feel like you need to go back to the well. But overall in this game, single-digit turnovers, flawless fourth quarter execution against a championship Aces team. So I have no complaints, and we move on to the next game. So next game for the Liberty is on Tuesday, June 18th against the Phoenix Mercury. The Liberty won the first matchup at home. They didn't have Brittany Griner at the time. They were coming off a back-to-back. But the Liberty are used to facing challenges. It will be Jonquel Jones against Brittany Griner down low. Hopefully Jonquel can stay out of trouble and limit Brittany Griner's production. All right, people, thank you for tuning into the recap. Once again, Liberty win the game 90-82, 8 straight wins, going for 9 on Tuesday. We'll be doing a watch along, so make sure you're tuned in on the channel. It's a 10 p.m. Eastern start, so make sure you take a nap if you need to, and you're tapped in for us for the watch along. Once again, thank you for all the support on the channel, over 500 subscribers, and we continue to move onward and upward. Until next time, salute!